I'm Dave Holt, and I'm from McCalla, and I've only been in Alabama about 5 years. Before that, I taught school for about 15 years in Georgia after a 30-year career in the Air Force. I'm here because I think Michelle Rhee's reputation is something that's fascinating to me. She had so many wonderful ideas. I was praying for her success. It's unfortunate that that didn't work out, and I'm here to hear what other ideas she has, and then the other two gentlemen will be new to me, but I'm eager to hear what they have to say. Education here in Alabama, as I was interviewed for a book on the literacy issues, and in that one I said, I wish Alabama was as eager to be #1 in reading as they are to be #1 in football. The big question is, what on earth can we do about education in this country? There aren't many people who are satisfied with the education. Proof of that is that the number of students that are going on to college that need to do remedial work. What is it, 30% or something like that of our freshmen entering college have to do remedial high school work. I'm working with people who dropped out of high school and actually they're incapable of doing grade school work. I just don't know where we're failing, what the answers are, and anything that we can do to change an institution that seems to be locked into doing the same things over and over and over, and the result comes out wrong every year. My expectations are mostly just to hear some stimulating ideas of what is possible to remediate our situation in education in this nation.
My name is Tricia Powell Crane. I write a blog called the Alabama School Connection, which is written directly to parents. It's about K-12 educational policy in Alabama. I really want to hear the dialogue. I want to hear the discussion between the folks from Students First and the folks from Birmingham. What I want to learn more about is how Students First is putting students first. I hope to get more information, particular policies that they are pushing, or legislation that they're interested in having passed. If I had to guess what some of the big issues will be, it's really about control. The folks here in Alabama are concerned about people coming from outside, from other states, and bringing in policies that don't reflect what the folks in Alabama want. What I hope that some folks will ask is about what particularly Students First and the panel have to offer the students in Alabama, how they can improve the public education climate in Alabama. My children are almost out of school, and while I know that what we're doing isn't working well in Alabama, I don't necessarily know enough yet to know which side of the fence I sit on. I too want to see students put first.
I'm Larry Lee, and I live in Montgomery. I have a great interest in education, and I'm here just to kind of see what all the commotion is about. Well, I think the main thing we need to do is we have a really doggone good plan, Plan 2020, that Tommy Bice, the State Superintendent of Education, has put together. And Tommy came into office in January of 2012. I think the best thing we could do would be all get behind him and support the things that he's got on the drawing boards. Alabama gets a bad rap, but when I look at the numbers, our graduation rate's higher than it's ever been before. When you look at some of the things that we're doing, they're great. One of the most interesting things, just today, I was reading a release, and since 2008, Alabama has cut their education funding per pupil more than any other state in the nation. Now, it's really hard to try to keep on going forward when you're getting your resources whacked every year. Well, I guess my main thing would be is that I look at her track record, which is, I don't know where the credibility is. I will listen to somebody that says, this is what I did, and this is how we did it. But when I look at, her tenure as the superintendent or chancellor in Washington, D.C., gosh, the black and white achievement gap is twice as big in Washington, D.C. as it is in Alabama. The graduation rate in Washington, D.C. is lower than it is in Alabama. So I'm kind of wondering, well, if she's got all the answers, why didn't she do it in Washington, D.C.? Why is she coming to Alabama to tell us? One of them would be, why are we here? We go to more meetings than Carter has liver pills, and I wonder at the end of the night how any child in Alabama going to school today will be helped by this gathering. AEA's here, and they're picketing, and then you got people on both sides of the gap, and we spend way too much time having meetings and way too little time trying to help kids.
My name's Chastity White, and I'm a teacher. I think it's really exciting that a lot of people today are discussing education reform. I think there are many people that agree to disagree these days, and there are so many different points of views and so many different topics. My main area of interest is Common Core standards, which I greatly oppose. I think it's educational malpractice. But there are other issues that are also important, and so I think there are just so many issues that it's hard to pin down one that we need to look at. I'm just going into this to learn what she has to say tonight, and to see the turnout and the crowd, and to visit with some of the teachers that are also interested in education reform. And I'm just delighted so many people are coming out on a Thursday night to discuss education. I think we have to stop the Common Core State Standards Initiative. I think it's failing our students. And really, this is all about our kids. They have to be always the main thing. When I go to sleep at night, I have to worry about what's best for the kids, not what's best for corporate education reform. And the Common Core State Standards Initiative is not what's in the best interest for our kids. So I would say that's the main thing. I'm just going into this to listen tonight to what she has to say, and to hear her opinions on education reform, specifically in the state of Alabama.